Do you remember Pikachu's tail? Most of us were sure Pikachu had a black stripe on his tail. Come on, he's a well-known character. Everyone remembers it. But if you go back to the original picture, you'll see his tail is completely yellow, with no black stripe at all. What happened with Pikachu is part of something called the Mandela Effect, a weird phenomenon where people remember events or details differently from reality. The name comes from a super famous incident about Nelson Mandela. A lot of people thought he died in the 80s or 90s, but in reality, he passed away in 2013. This same thing happened to me with the Monopoly logo. I always thought the Monopoly guy wore a monocle, but when I checked, there's no monocle at all. So why does this happen? How can we all be so sure about something and it turns out to be wrong? The human brain isn't a perfect recording device like a camera. It's really smart, but it can make mistakes. There's something in psychology called false memories. That's when your brain takes incomplete info from past experiences and pieces it together into a full story, even if that story isn't fully true. For example, when we hear about an event that happened years ago, and over time, we start remembering details we didn't actually experience. That's called collective memory. Sometimes we hear something from a bunch of people, and we all believe it because we all remember it the same way, even if it's wrong. The brain is always trying to organize the chaos around it. When you have an incomplete picture, your brain fills in the gaps based on your own experience. That's where the memory game kicks in. But there's another reason too: media influence. The media and TV, especially ads or movies, sometimes tweak small details, making you believe something that's not true because your brain picks up the info indirectly. Think about all the movies and ads we watch every day. They plant little details in your brain, and over time, those details turn into solid memories, even if they're wrong. And there's another weird theory too. Maybe the reason for this is parallel dimensions. Imagine living in a parallel world, just like yours, but with tiny differences in events. Lastly, don't forget to hit that like button. And tell me, what's something you remember wrong that turned out to be wrong?